NASCAR and Formula One are two disciplines that fall under the motorsports banner. To the uneducated mind, they seem to be very similar. Of course, on a broad scale, the end goal is the same, but if you look deeper, you'll see that differences lie within the details, such as the cars, the tracks, and the overall atmosphere of each. But just how different are they? Well, let's first look at the cars. F1 cars and NASCAR cars are very different. F1 cars are purpose-built machines of speed and precision, often being visually compared to spaceships. Their focus is on the design of the car and its components to maximize grip, weightlessness, and top speed according to the Paddock magazine. This is reflected in the large front and rear wings, light V6 engines, and carbon fiber components. Let's take a look at how quickly an F1 car can take the S's in the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. On the flip side, NASCAR cars are much heavier and chunkier, with the cars being composed of steel and composite materials. These cars are designed to look like their street car counterparts, being the Chevrolet Camaro, Toyota Camry, and Ford Mustang. Unlike F1 cars, these cars do not have large front and rear wings, meaning NASCAR cars suffer from large lack of grip as they are designed to run on oval circuits rather than road courses. Now let's take a look at how a NASCAR car goes around the same track. You can see just how different these cars go around the track due to how they're built. Now let's look at the tracks themselves. As stated before, NASCAR races primarily on speedways, which are mostly shaped like ovals, except for one triangle, but the speedways NASCAR visits are found across the United States, which is where NASCAR bases itself out of and remains throughout the season, though as of recent it was announced that NASCAR will be racing at a track in Mexico City as a way to appeal to a national audience. F1, on the other hand, visits road circuits many countries around the world, spanning from Australia to Singapore and even the Netherlands. These tracks feature sets of technical turns and hard braking areas to encourage on-track battle. Because of their worldwide traveling circus, F1 has the advantage over NASCAR in the international market. And finally, the culture. The largest difference between NASCAR and F1 is the culture surrounding the respective sports. This could come as a surprise to some, given the enumerated differences stated prior, but hear me out. F1 has a very pompous and snobby following, with many of the fans being closed-minded individuals who will take any chance they can to put down fans of other motorsport disciplines. With that said, they are some of the most loyal fans you'll find in any sport. One example of this loyalty is Ferrari's fan following dubbed Tifosi, members of which can be found worldwide sporting Ferrari team gear whenever and wherever they can. With NASCAR, you won't find this kind of worldwide fanfare, with its fans being much more regionalized, especially focused on the southeastern United States. NASCAR fans are everything you may think they are, featuring grill and chill parties everywhere in and around the track, as well as being sunburned booze fanatics who will wake up on Monday and forget everything that happened the day prior. This may seem intimidating to newcomers, but more often than not, these people will talk to you about anything and everything, especially after a few cases of Busch Light. NASCAR's roots are tied to moonshine runners escaping police through the mountains, so it only makes sense that this quote-unquote rebel culture remains steadfast. Comparison between the two is like apples to oranges. Besides the objective of beating your opponent, they're much more distant cousins than siblings. Despite their differences, though, F1 and NASCAR are both still the pinnacle of motorsports in their respective rights, with both featuring the best drivers in the world and loyal fan bases. Whether you're a fan of the pageantry and class of F1 or the grit and locale of NASCAR, there's something for everyone.